inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis.
Hey ladies. Oh wow, I had a really interesting topic come to mind. And to sum it up in a nutshell is that every second that you wait, you are passing up an opportunity and making your entrepreneurial journey more difficult. There really isn't any other way to say it. I remember when I first started doing my business online, Facebook groups were still pretty popular, and a lot of people were funneling through individuals through and bragging about how they were having 5-figure months, 10, 20K easily without thinking about it. And now that doesn't necessarily happen as often. I even read an article on LinkedIn where a woman was talking about how she had 2,300 people in the group, but she was letting the group go because it was taking too much time from her. She wasn't feeling the same fire that she was feeling, and that at least she had her paid group where she was still getting that fire from, and she didn't know how people would think or what they would say, but was she smart or stupid for giving it away and just letting go of 2,300 potential leads, potential customers? And, to each his own. There's so many other ways to make money. I'm sure she has some type of funneling process outside of that Facebook group, or at least I hope that she does. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. And you also have to do whatever it is that you got to do in order to make your business function and to make it run. And the reality is Facebook groups aren't dead, but they just aren't the quote unquote in thing anymore. And a little bit more effort is going to have to be put into that in order for you to actually reap a benefit from it. You might not have a group with 2,300 people. Maybe you barely have 200 to 300 people. But if you understand what you're doing and you're building up a solid client base and you got 20 steady customers from there, and let's just say, if you had 20 customers and you were charging $200, that's $4,000. So just imagine if you have something else, an online product or service where you can charge more than that per month. There's still ways for you to make decent money or good money. And I say that because I know that everybody isn't necessarily trying to become a millionaire, but you do want to bring a substantial amount of money in your business. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of you've heard what you can do, but you still never move because you're so busy listening to the opinions of other people and you're thinking. But instead of doing, you're thinking. And while you're thinking, opportunity is going to pass you up, because I'm sure there'll be a day when Facebook groups will virtually not work at all, or Facebook will make them so difficult that like they suppress a lot of other things. You find yourself having to pay in order to get any action and stuff like that. But what are you waiting on? What is that one thing that you could be doing? Because there are always these spurts, right? There's that .com spurt. There's that Facebook group spurt that a lot of us miss. And some of us, we missed it because we weren't paying attention. Are you paying attention to everything that's available around you? And are you seizing those opportunities? And even if those exact opportunities aren't there, but there's still some type of resource, how are you maximizing that opportunity? You know, I do have a Facebook group, and I started it specifically because of the summit. I wanted to rebirth the Facebook group again, and I wanted it to be with some very robust people that were very targeted, very laser focused. And so me enrolling people into the summit, that next thing is to push them inside of that group. But it's so funny, right? Because I watch the entrepreneurs that are in there, and they're so quiet. There's so many things they could be doing that they don't do. They don't give any tips. And it's funny, right? Because as an administrator, I don't do the kind of hating that the average, Facebook group administrator does. I mean, what do we hate about Facebook groups? The fact that the administrator's never there, except for when they have an offer. They let you promote only on specific days, and it has to be in a thread. And so you're like, this is bogus. How is anybody ever really going to see me? You actually like live video, but they won't allow anybody to go live except for them. And you just feel like they are hating because they're afraid, right? They're afraid that if they let anybody else come in there and shine too much, that individual might take away clientele that was meant for them. And not even necessarily their direct client, but in an indirect, and they may have an indirect offer. So let's just say, you could be a business coach like me, and somebody else could be offering something to say that, they can get quality leads. If they were getting ready to hire me, but then the other person says something about getting quality leads, they might be like, well, I think my business will be all right if I could just get me some more customers, then I could come back around and hire August. And that's why, you guys, if you're really going to be a student of business and really be successful at business, you're going to start learning and let the word competition roll off your lips. You know how I feel about saying that crap, that real women don't compete, they collaborate. But in business, you do compete, and you need to know what's going on with your direct market and your indirect market if you want to survive in this game. But anyway, the people in there, they're so quiet. And even though they've been told to come in, to introduce themselves, to give a tip, to say something, they're not moving. And I did a video in there, and I was like, hey, your money is in this group. But because you don't even know how to just be free, you don't know how to be non-spammy, non-salesy and come in and give a tip. You don't know how to come in and utilize a system that's in front of you without being put in a situation where you could end up getting put out of the group. I understand part of that can come from the paranoia because of the way different people run their groups, but you also have to take into consideration that if you don't jump out there and if you don't say anything, you're going to keep on missing opportunities. So yeah, you might be an extrovert or an introvert or whatever. I tell you guys all the time, don't get it twisted, because if you really knew me, you would know that I'm a very introverted individual. But this isn't about labels. This is about ambition. This is about changing your life. This is about doing whatever it takes to get where you're going, to get whatever it is that you believe that you deserve. And so I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know what that thing is that you should be taking action on. But if you're steadily thinking and trying to figure out exactly when to make your move, exactly how to do it perfectly, while you're thinking, that season is going to pass you up. So I really just want to encourage you guys today that in any and all opportunities, when somebody opens the door, you're on a stage in a networking group or something, always be ready, willing, and able to promote your business, to connect with people, because relationships are at the core of having a successful business. And if you're just sitting in the background and you're soaking up the atmosphere and soaking up the good feelings, the motivation and inspiration, you might feel good. But sweetie, you're not building a business. So that's your nugget for today. I just want to tell you guys, I thank you and I appreciate you always for listening to me across the globe. Real Women Don't Bitch podcast is now downloaded in over 60 countries, which is freaking phenomenal. I totally love that. And I would love to meet a lot of you guys, and we can do that. I want you to sign up for the Business Mastery Summit and then come into the Business Mastery group. The Business Mastery Summit is literally going to be off the chain. Just like how I give on this podcast. I mean, come on. I know some of you guys listen to this podcast and are like, I can come here and like get my, my juice for the week, so that I can be able to maintain or have that aha moment to be able to build. So what do you think it looks like when I orchestrate something with 20 other industry leaders, and we're literally covering everything that you go through on your entrepreneurial journey? This isn't a marketing only summit. This isn't a sales only summit. This is where we're talking about everything from what's going on in your relationships to what's going on with your finances, your business, your promoting, your marketing, your website, whatever. We're talking about it all. And so I want you guys to sign up. The link is on the whichever site you're listening to, but you guys know where to find me at augustcrenshaw.com. And when you go there, nice little pop-up is going to show up to tell you more, or you can just go to augustcrenshaw.com/business mastery. But it's time to get the knowledge that you need, so don't think about that either. It's free. It's a free event. Sure, there are paid options, but what you get for free is life-changing. So thank you guys again. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. You all have a blessed evening. Or, Lord, I'm saying that because it's at nighttime. We're not recording it. Blessed evening, day, whatever it is, because y'all listening from all over the globe. And I don't know when you're listening to this bad boy. Just know that I love you. I'm out of here. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. Real